Happiness and Honesty Oracle. Today I'm doing, basically this reading is going to be about past lives. This will help you propel you into the next phase that you should be working on right now, because of the year that's coming. This is information that you're going to need to know in order to kind of connect the dots on what you're doing here now. There will be a part 2 to this reading that will include more tarot and really more details on what you should be doing here. You have the past life cards, and then I also have the purpose, the life purpose cards as well. Angels being the first card. I'm pulling 6 from this particular deck because a lot of people will have had different lives. A lot of y'all will be on different timelines as well. So we'll take six cards for. I hope we'll start doing this shit today. You guys have male, female, which can be androgynous, which means you may have played in some lifetime. You may have been born one sex, passed away early on, and was born the opposite sex. You guys have persecution and inquisition in a past life. A lot of you, this could have been the supposed death that we're referring to, or this could be another time frame that you guys are more so in a biblical sense. And you guys have forgiveness as a mother. I feel like some of you, this is going to be taken 2 ways. What I'm seeing is that some of you were a mother and you lost 2 kids by way of drowning, is what I'm saying. And it was because you're inattentiveness. Your non-attention as a mother. Some of you who are mothers and or fathers may struggle with that in this lifetime as well. Not really being attentive to your kids. Having them go into another room and watch TV, or having them occupy themselves with what you think are kid-friendly activities. And this respect, this is karma that you built for yourself, that you're supposed to come here and get rid of. If you have kids now, and especially if you had kids early, your whole purpose was to be a more attentive parent, was to get to know your kids more and not let the streets, TV, other family members, and school raise them. This is the karma that you came here to serve in this particular lifetime, to become a better mother. If you are still going through those same things, if you find yourself your mother and you don't talking about you don't have a real close relationship with your kids, and I'm not talking about close as in I tell you what to do and you do it. I mean, you know who your kids are. You allow them to tell you who you are versus saying, okay, you're going to wear this, or you're going to do this, or you're going to like this. But you actually allow them to express themselves as children. You allow them to express themselves as people. That is one of the parts of your life purpose, which you came here. Okay, that was the 7th card. Communal living. Some of you may not have your own place. Some of you may have always had an issue. I'm sorry, you know what? I don't recall if I say who I was talking to. This is for Capricorn. I'm sorry, Capricorn. You may have an issue with being in a group. Some of you may not have your own place. If you struggle with keeping your own place or having your own place, you can't. So, let me see how I can put this so y'all can understand it on the 3-dimensional level. You're probably going to take it on. So, with this mother being here, let me connect the dots for y'all. If it's not connecting or you have more questions, please inbox me. Because like I said, with past life readings, doing it collectively is a stretch. I mean, a motherfucking stretch. So I'm really stretching things here because there's going to be multiple different aspects, and I'm going to tell you all those aspects. I'm not just going to focus on what I'm seeing and what I hear when there's another far off message that's being given to me. So some of you have had a big issue with keeping your own place. You're supposed to be in communal living, which means you're supposed to be around people. A part of your karma coming here to learn this forgiveness for past acts as a mother includes you getting to know self. What makes you tick? What type of basically you're getting a life of what type of people to look at, what type of people not to look at. Your communal living is specifically and strictly for observation purposes only. So when you lose a place and you're forced to go live with family, or you're forced to go live in a shelter, or you're forced to live with multiple people, it is because you are acting against your purpose. And until you get this or recognize the lesson that you're supposed to be getting, you're going to continue to have problems keeping a stable home. Like I said, you're going to take this in a 3D sense, and I'm not speaking to you in that manner. If you need clarification, inbox me. Fucking inbox me. This is open to everybody. Also, authority figures. This could be you. I'm not even hearing that you have an issue with authority figures. I'm hearing that you have an issue being an authority figure yourself. You don't know what type of person to be and what energy you should be magnifying things, and what energy you should actually be clarifying your stance as a person. So these are the things that you actually came here to learn in this particular lifetime. Now, as far as which lifetime this is from or which lifetime this is affect, you will have to book me for an actual Akashic Records reading for that, because like I said, these past life readings are very extensive, and it's a stretch when you're doing it collectively, because there's so many different aspects that a lot of you share from different timelines and multiple lives, and you're here for the most minute reason that you have to come to connect the dots here. Writing, a lot of you may need to journal. If you don't, you heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words that you write. A lot of you have power of the pen. However, many of you don't use it in the most productive and constructive manner. This is something that you need to work on. If you find yourself, you good with writing music, you good with writing lyrics, you good with writing raps, your purpose, and these are life purpose cards. These are some of the strings of things that you can recognize within yourself, kind of confirming and letting you know this is the direction that you actually need to be taking with this particular talent. Some of you may write music. Some of you may write poems. Some of you may be very good with words. You have the power of the pen. However, when you're not using it constructively and you're using it destructively, you guys get put back in these karmic beings to basically put you back on track. It's like coming here and starting back at square one. You guys got speaker. Your life purpose involves your skills of oration. Speaking and writing kind of go hand in hand. You're a storyteller. Much like a mother. Much like the mother here reading her kids a story. You're a storyteller. You're a writer. However, these skills will help you be more in tune with yourself so that you can connect those dots into actually clearing the karma that you have had here from a past parent. You can even be born as the child that you lost in this lifetime. And as the child, being born as the child that you lost, it is to help you in order to get to know those other parts of yourself, that inner child is your child from another past life. In order to become a better mother, you have to nurture that child. So if you had kids before you knew what the fuck this was, then a lot of you may not be as good a parents as you think you are. A lot of you may be missing a ball on a lot of things as far as being attentive. A lot of you may not have good relationships with all of your kids. There may be certain things that you flock to, and follow me, because this is going to get confusing. A lot of you may have closer relationships with certain kids. If you have multiple kids, you have a special relationship with one or more of your kids that you click with. The other one's not saying that you have a bad relationship, but your relationship is closer. This is another form of a lifetime in which a child you lost came to you. Follow me, please. Because like I said, when you're talking about Akashic records and past lives and the overlap of timelines, you truly got to know your shit to understand what the fuck I'm saying. So, in another lifetime, you lost kids. You were then born as that child you lost. The higher self of you, which has that karma, the other part of you, which has that karma, to clear as the mother, you have to merge those sides. So if you're a woman, your daughter that you lost in another life, you came here born as a daughter. If you're, if you have, like I said, in this lifetime, you have multiple kids. So if you have a son, you might be closer to one of your sons than the other sons. Or you might put more care into that because that is your other child that was born from the same lifetime. This is, like I said, when things like this happen, these are, what I want to say, these are like multi-layered type of readings. That's why generally for these, I rarely ever do past life readings for the collective, because there's so many different layers of one particular thing that may connect the dots for you and here in this physical realm. The last card you guys got is travel. Your life purpose involves traveling. Again, being around different people, seeing the types of people that you need to be. You being in a community space is specifically, like I said, for observational purposes only. Because basically the child in you that you lost is looking for the proper mother in you to be, which is the karma that you serve while you're here. If you don't get that, again, like I said, inbox me and we could talk about the reading. Because, like I said, these readings are often multi-layered, and there are multiple things that exist within this particular plane. A lot of people like to look at things as just being black and white, and that's not the way that the universe is set up. When you have a non-linear way of thinking, it is because you have ascended and accepted the different dimensional aspects that make up this particular dimension. Not only that, you're also multifaceted. Not only that, I've been to my Akashic records plenty of times. I'm very familiar with a lot of my past lives. In fact, I'm so familiar with my past lives that I even have the knowledge of how I came to be from the very cusp of the beginning. And a lot of people are not ready to handle that knowledge. That is something so far out the fucking spectrum that you literally have to be of a certain type of light, a certain type of being to even handle and grasp the knowledge that you may get if you ever get that question answered. So we have more than the cards that I would have generally chosen to pick for the healing energy, and these are, like I said, these are more connections to the dots of the things that you may find yourself needing to work on in order to heal this karmic relationship that you have here. The path to light. I make the conscious choice to move toward the light one step at a time. I transform my weaknesses into strengths by mastering my thoughts. I overcome obstacles with positivity and acceptance. I develop my gifts and extend my life to every being unconditional. So a big part of your purpose, again, like I said, is to find the mother in you that you should have been at the time that this tragedy occurred. Because this is something, what occurred in the past life is what shaped many of your past lives. You've been through the same type of suffering and the same type of karmic relationships when it comes to children, relationships, love, and being a mother. You may have even had kind of a topsy-turvy relationship with your own mother or father figure. Like I said, wisdom. God has a plan for me. I live here now knowing beauty is to come. I don't force things to happen faster than the universe has decided for me. I learn from my experiences, take small steps in faith, and succeed to all my efforts. Like I said, you're here. This is a message from self, telling self, hey, it's time for us to bring and come into balance with self so that we can clear out some of these karmic ties that are going to keep you in your same state and have you come back again. In fact, balance is one of the cards that you pulled. I find balance between each sphere of my life. Again, I'm gonna say it again. I find a balance between each sphere of my life. I'm the master of my daily life. I make time to nourish the spiritual and the physical. I bring love to the world by fulfilling the needs of my body and soul. This is you again. You have to bring balance with the people that you encounter, because this, like I said, you fucking with people is merely nothing but an act of observation. It is a guide for you. It's meant to be a guide. You have attention here. I am attentive to all that manifests within me. When negativity rises within me, I transform it into light, love, and hope. My love for others is unconditional. I forgive. My desire to improve is constant. I am firm, brave, and hardworking. This is you giving you, again, another breadcrumb. You have the breadcrumbs. You have the signs You've been given every opportunity to grow. However, you just have to know what you're supposed to be growing from. Showing gratitude in all areas of your life so that you can continue to have more things to be gracious about opens a portal for you. It opens a portal of all the things that you're supposed to work on. It basically opens the list that you can check off. I am aware of the light in my life. I direct my thoughts to beauty in and around me. I give thanks to God for every little thing that brings me joy. Thus I enlighten my thoughts. Riches surround me and I appreciate all that life brings me. Last, you guys got me. I allow serenity to reign in me. The love I have for self invites harmony to settle within my being. I listen to, honor, and strive to fulfill the needs of my soul. So basically, most of you, all of you, came here to work with self. Your main priority here is to be in balance with yourself to clear out this karmic debt from a past life. And your kids that you lost in a past life came here with you. In fact, they're born. One is born of you, which you are the child, but you are also, you have to serve your karma as the mother as well. And then you guys, the other child that you lost, you actually had in this lifetime, and it's one of your children. But this child is going to be more of a male, from a male aspect, from a more masculine aspect, This is, like I said, Capricorns, there's going to be a part 2 to this that'll include more tarot. These readings are so fucking extensive when it comes to the information. And when channeling, there are so many things that come out at one time in order to make it make sense. And then to paraphrase it on a third dimensional perspective so that y'all can actually take it in and understand what I'm saying. It's a stretch. It truly is. Akashic Records should really be more for direct personal readings versus collective. But because I was called to do past life readings, because a lot of you are fucking up and failing right now. And a lot of times knowing your past life and what you came here to do can either reset you or jog a lot of things and give you that aha moment. Damn, this is why this is happening. This is why that's happening. All right, Capricorns, namaste.